Hey, I've been telling you for years about C60 Evo organic edible oils, and I've told you about how they give me so much energy and help my sleep and my mental clarity and improve my endurance. And can't say that this is a direct result of my 1 tablespoon every day, but no gray hair as I approach age 59. I don't color it. I swear, I don't color it. So let's welcome once again my good friend Chris Burres, Chief Scientist and co-founder of C60Evo.com. Hey, Chris, welcome back.
Richard, thank you so much for having me. And I've got to throw in here, right? So you're talking about hair, you're talking about gray. I'm in the process of co-authoring a book, and my co-author is actually 75, is a two-time New York #1 bestseller. I couldn't be luckier to be co-authoring a book with this guy. At 75, he started taking our products, and he's actually kind of advanced. He's an early, we get early products to him. We actually do have a hair product, which we're not going to talk about today, but it has very similar capabilities as the Youth Renew that we're talking about. And this is amazing. So I'm on a Zoom call with him going over the details of the book. And he goes, Chris, you see this wave in my hair, right? And it's a pronounced wave. He goes, I haven't had that wave since I was 15. And I'm like, okay. And then probably a month later, I'm looking at his hair, and it's colored different. I don't really recognize, it just looked a little weird. And he goes, yeah, it's coming in blonde. And I didn't really like that blonde, that kind of, I don't know, surfer blonde on gray it stood out as again, I didn't really recognize it, but now it's coming gray, blonde, sections are darker, eyebrows darker, and this, now it's just a massive wave in his hair. It's incredible.
Well, we touched on that briefly the last time we spoke, and can I say his name? Because I know.
Oh yeah.
Jerome Corsi.
Yeah.
I've interviewed Jerome Corsi many times over the last 2 decades, and I recently had him on my afternoon drive show.
Yeah.
And I do the show via Zoom, and he was on camera. And I said, wow, I had to do a double take because I've known Jerome, as I've seen him before. And yeah, the hair, it was just like, hey, he's getting the wave like mine. And as you say, 75 years old, and doing the daily routine of C60 Evo. Is he using the olive oil, the avocado?
Yes. Yeah, so he consumes the olive oil formula, and then is using, I'm trying to think. I think it's just and this is brand new. We haven't released it. It's the hair formula that we're really have gotten it out to early testers, and he's just blown away. He sends me a note, in between us working on book. He's like, hey, I'm running a little low. I'm getting a little nervous, and he's like, yeah, I like your product so much that I get nervous when I'm about to run out. What an amazing testimonial that is.
Right. And there are a lot of pretenders out there that are making C60, but if you want the purest C60 ESS60, again, to improve your sleep, your mental clarity, give you maybe a little wave in your hair, keep the gray hair away, improve endurance, which is important, especially if you've got teenage twin boys you need to keep up with. Check it out, C60 Evo. There's the olive oil, there's avocado, there's coconut oil, but olive oil, really, you can really pack more of the ESS60 into the olive oil. Why is that?
Yeah, well, it's just the nature of the olive oil, right? So we're kind of aware, if you were trying to dissolve sugar in different things, then more sugar might go into water, then might go into rubbing alcohol, then might go into some other solvent. And so it just turns out that in terms of the highest solubility, the most amount of ESS60 that you can get into the solution, you can get the most in olive oil. You get about 0.8 milligrams per milliliter in olive oil, about 0.6 milligrams per milliliter in avocado oil, and then about 0.3, 0.35 in the MCT oil. So it's a pretty wide gap. Often people will ask us, hey, which one do you recommend? We actually recommend the olive oil for 2 reasons. The first, we're a science-based organization, and the published literature is on the olive oil product. And then the next reason is because it has the highest concentration of the ESS60 molecule. Now, yes, science-based, olive oil is the right one to try, I can share with you my routine every day. Is I do a kind of a bulletproof coffee, which is a coffee recipe that involves adding some ghee to the coffee, that's purified butter, and then adding some MCT. And instead of adding regular MCT, I add our MCT with ESS60 in it, which is this beautiful purple color. It's amazing when you take this black powder and dissolve it in some MCT, it turns a beautiful purple color. So that goes in my coffee. While my coffee is blending, I actually have a teaspoon and a half of our olive oil product. So that starts off my day. And for me, that was very important because before I added it to my coffee routine, I could get to the middle of the day, maybe 3 o'clock. And if I was yawning or thinking I needed another cup of coffee, I could always look back and realize I hadn't taken C60 Evo that morning, right? Once I got it part of my coffee routine, that doesn't happen. Unless I have like a real strenuous day, then I might take an extra serving. And then really kind of to wrap up what I take almost daily, I usually have salads for lunch, and I usually put our avocado product on our lunch. On my salad.
Wow. Now, get this. The mighty Aphrodite, my lovely bride, she's Greek. She doesn't tolerate the olive oil so much. It's got a bit of a...
You may need to do a gene test. Exactly. I thought that was like a given.
I know. I say, I want to check your passport. But so she has the MCT, the coconut, in the coffee, and she enjoys that. And now, getting back to you for a moment, you're a runner. Yeah. And if memory serves, you also play a little soccer or football, as they say, or is that?
Yeah. I used to play. I haven't played in a long time. I played for 25 years, semi-professional. I was actually a player coach at the University of Houston when I was going there. Really loved the sport. I don't watch much soccer. I actually don't watch much sports at all. My dad was he had an offer to go to professional Canadian football when he was really still in college. He loved sports. He was just always watching them. And I didn't get that bug. So I like participating, and I loved playing when I did.
But you run. You are a runner, right?
I do run, yes. Okay. 3 to 4 times a week.
So tell me about how you bounce back now that you're taking the ESS60. How does that help you in terms of bouncing back after a run?
Well, so the reality is, running, it takes energy. I'm not running at that fast of a pace, right? And honestly, I've started running after I was more consistent with taking the product. But I can share this. This is I think more relevant. We've got a 2-time U.S. ultra running champion. So this is a guy who will clock 120 miles per week, and he loves our product. His name is Anthony Kunkel. He absolutely loves our product. My first conversation with him, he shared with me that he believed this formula could be the difference between a runner having a hobby or having a career. It's that 3 to 5%. Now, he was also honest. He said, when I started, I was only taking 1 serving and I didn't notice much. In his case, of course, he's running lots of miles, so this doesn't apply to everyone. When he tripled the dose, his literal quote was, "Wow, what a difference that made." And he's documents all the supplements he's taking. I mean, he's U.S. national champion. Like, these people track everything they're doing. He cycles on and off of it. At one point, he said, "I had to cycle off of it because I was concerned that it might be a crutch for me, and when I got off of it, I might lose some physical capability or something." Like, that's how strong it helped him feel. He cycled off of it, no problem. And that on and off cycling has also helped him to narrow in, like, this is really making a difference. And so, I think that's a better description than, because I run about 2 miles each time I run. He's running, one of his quotes is, "I don't believe that this formula speeds recovery. I believe it prevents damage in the first place." And the reason I say that is because in the last 5 miles of a 50-mile run, where strength and stability, that's a phrase you don't hear very often, right? Of a 50-mile run where strength and stability were previously a problem, they're now not a problem. So that's where it is. And we've got other testimonials, other influencers that we're working with, who talk about, hey, if they don't take it before their workout, they really notice the difference. And then, don't make the same mistake twice.
Chris Burres, chief scientist and co-founder of C60 Evo.com, organic edible oils to boost your immunity and energy, improve your sleep. That's so important. Mental clarity, endurance, as we just heard. C60Evo.com. c60evo.com/Richard-Serret. And then use the code EVRS at checkout and get an extra 10% off. c60evo.com/Richard-Serret. And then use the code EVRS at checkout for an extra 10% off. So let's talk about how, we talk about C60 Evo being 172 times more powerful than vitamin C, for example. We talk about it being this mega antioxidant. How does that work? How is it that it is able to deliver 172 times more power than vitamin C?
Yeah. So when this was first discovered, and just kind of a little backtrack, anybody who's watching, I'm holding up a molecule that looks like a soccer ball. Ironically, having played soccer for 25 years. If you're just listening, imagine a soccer ball where the lines on the soccer ball represent the bonds between the carbon atoms. And this is an ESS60 molecule. It's a spherical molecule of 60 carbon atoms. The guys who discovered this in 1985, 3 scientists, won the Nobel Prize in 1996 for that discovery. In the early days, it was an amazing, and it still is an amazing material. It performs as well or better than the current best material in almost every application. So better inks, better tires, better batteries, better photocells. And one of the things that was understood really early on was that its symmetry and the carbon-carbon double bonds allowed it to hold up to 6 electrons, though these are negatively charged particles. Well, in our bodies, as our mitochondria, and just kind of quick little biology refresher, mitochondria exist in all but one of our cells. I think they don't exist in our blood cells, but every cell but blood cells, and they are the powerhouses of our cells. So they are the things that turn the food we eat really into the energy the cell uses to do its job. Well, those mitochondria, just like a car running, it might spit off some exhaust. Mitochondria will spit out ROSs, reactive oxygen species. Those are the things that people say, hey, you need to be taking vitamin C, this antioxidant, vitamin D, vitamin E. You need to be taking these antioxidants to manage these reactive oxygen species. Well, reactive oxygen species are negatively charged particles, and the ESS60 molecule has the capability to hold 6 of these. And this is where it gets kind of interesting on 2 accords. So one, the only antioxidants that actually get into the mitochondria are glutathione and melatonin. So yeah, melatonin is the sleep hormone. It is an antioxidant, and only those 2 get in it. Until now, where we have this ESS60 molecule that can also is documented as being in the mitochondria and ostensibly participating in that mitochondrial process. How might it do that? And this is where we like to say that ESS60 is the boss, because it buffers oxidative stress. Where vitamin C, where glutathione and melatonin are going to interact in an irreversible way with those exhausts, right, the reactive oxygen species, and then get them out of your body. The ESS60 molecule has the ability to just hold them, right? So now you can hold up to 6 of them. So let's say the body's depleted for whatever reason of glutathione in that particular mitochondria and of melatonin, so there's nothing to irreversibly interact with the ROSs. Typically, that's what allows those ROSs to go around the body and, like a bumper car, do damage. But if you have the presence of it, by the way, this is a theory. There is some good research, peer-reviewed published research that supports this theory, and it's still an early theory. So the ESS60 molecule is able to hold 6 of those reactive oxygen species. And then when the body replenishes the glutathione or the melatonin, then those can now take them off of that ESS60, interact with them irreversibly, and get them out of the body. So you've got this buffering of oxidative stress, which is an incredibly powerful tool. And again, if this is the mitochondria is the powerhouse of every cell in your body, if every cell in your body is performing better and creating less exhaust, then the whole planet is better, right?
Absolutely. ESS60, that's the pure C60. How long have you been producing ESS60?
So we started, the molecule was discovered in 85. Again, the scientists won the Nobel Prize in 96. We started manufacturing in 1991. So we've been manufacturing this molecule, carbon-60, carbon nanomaterials, since 1991. We're the first company that still exists to deliver commercial quantities of carbon nanomaterials.
Wasn't NASA interested in this at one point?
Yeah. Well, in some regard, NASA is interested in everything that's cutting edge, right? And we said better inks, better tires, better batteries, better photocells. If you just like throw out better batteries and better photocells, then NASA's going to be interested in it, right? And so this is a cutting edge material. They're using in some applications carbon nanotubes, so not carbon-60, not industrial carbon-60 or any of the other fullerenes, but nanotubes. So yeah, they're interested in it for whatever myriad of applications that it was good at.
ESS60, the miracle molecule. That's powerful antioxidant for anti-aging. Again, check out the hair. 59, not a gray hair. People swear I color it. I do not. And it also helps you stay flexible. Just from my own point of view, I sleep so well. And I bend over to tie my shoes. There's no stitch, there's no aches, there's no pains. I mean, that's almost unheard of for a man of my vintage, I would say, Chris.
Yeah. In that original study that really kind of sparked this into a supplement, it's originally, again, they thought that this molecule might be toxic for various reasons. They did put it in a toxicity study. In that study, they gave rats water, rats olive oil, and then rats olive oil with the ESS60 molecule. Instead of being toxic, the rats that they gave the olive oil with the ESS60 molecule, again, the C60 Evo formula, lived 90% longer than the control group. So the single longest longevity experimental result in history. And again, if we're talking about participating and benefiting the mitochondrial process of making ATP, that's the energy source for the cells, then it's not like all of these, your testimonials and the testimonials we get from all of our customers, from thousands of customers, are just not that surprising at the end of the day.
C60evo.com/Richard-Serret. Use the code EVRS at checkout. Get an additional 10% off. So it's good for the insides, but it's also good for the outsides. And you're now getting into, you're kind of growing your line of advanced facial serums. Talk to me a little bit about the new Youth
Renew
Duo, the Youth Renew Duo.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So for others who may have listened to kind of previous podcasts, I never really wanted to be in the supplement industry. I was a very happy-go-lucky carbon nanomaterial scientist selling carbon nanomaterials to research institutions around the world. They do this crazy toxicity study. The results are even crazier than the fact that it was a toxicity study, doubling of mammals' life in this case. And that kind of, our customers, we tried not to get in the industry. Eventually our customers just kept insisting. And so now we're in the supplement industry. And when my business partner, and you know her, Patty Greer, she came to me, and what she was doing is she was taking the product, and she would either put it in a teaspoon. A lot of people just take it right out of the bottle, and there'd be a little dripping on the side. And so she would just take that dripping off and then put it on her face. And even before she came to me with this observation, we had lots of customers saying, hey, like you, hair's better, skin's better. Like, I'm really happy with what this is doing externally. And then she started putting it on externally, and that kind of changed the game. She was just blown away by what she saw, the benefits that she saw. And so she came to me and was like, hey, Chris, we really need to do a facial serum. And you can imagine, not wanting to be in the supplement industry in general, how excited I was about being in the face serum business. Yeah.
But she's persistent.
She is incredibly persistent and really good. And so we're like, okay, yeah, that's good. That's something that our customers could be interested in for sure. And she went out and she found a botanist, a famous botanist who's authored a number of books, and was like, hey, what should the key ingredients in this product be? One of the main ingredients is chia seed oil, kind of unheard of in the face serum industry. And then of course it's got, our ESS60 molecule in it. So we put this product on market, and the reviews are just amazing, like almost as amazing as our people who are consuming it. And so we sell a kit at the link that you've been giving. They can get an inside out kit where they get a consumable version and a version that they can put on their face. And it's amazing. It's got a nice rosemary scent, and people love it. And I even love it. I end up using it or kind of the next offshoot of it on a daily basis now.
And we just have a few days left in the August special. And so if you purchase an 8-ounce inside-out set, and then you add the coupon code AUG2022, AUG, short form for August, AUG, and then the year 2022, AUG 2022, and then you get a 4-ounce bottle of C60 Evo organic olive oil added to your cart for only $57. That's a 40% savings right there. And you can't use that on subscriptions. We should point that out. Speaking of subscriptions, that's a great way to make sure that you don't run out. It takes all the worry and the anxiety out of it. It's just like, oh no, that's my last tablespoon. What do I do now? Oh, look, it's right here at the door waiting for me. So think about that when you go to c60evo.com/Richard-Serret. Think about signing up as a subscription. That's really the best way, not only to ensure a steady delivery, no interruptions, but also big savings there as well.
Yeah, I mean, just to add to subscription. So one, there's a 25% saving on subscriptions. I'm sorry, 20% savings on subscriptions, which is a nice, good discount. If you just want to try it once, we understand. Go ahead and get on subscription. You can cancel that at any time. Our staff is not trained to talk you out of that. Just go ahead and take advantage of that discount. The other thing that's interesting is when we first brought this product to market, we actually didn't have a subscription option. Like most businesses are like, oh, have a subscription option and make your business more sustainable, whatever. Again, that wasn't our focus. We're just getting a supplement that our customers are demanding out there. And eventually they kept coming back to us and saying, I keep forgetting to order. Can you just make a subscription system already? And so yes, now we have one.
Fantastic. We should also point out it's not just for humans. It's also for your beloved pets. And what's so important, hey, try it out on your pets first if you're not convinced. Because with pets, here's the thing. There's no placebo effect, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've got one of my favorite testimonials is from one of our larger distributors here in Houston. And she always, I did a video with her and she was sharing like the first time she ordered the product, she just ordered it for her dog. And she saw such a profound difference in her dog that then she's taking it. So, that can be the impetus for other people to take it, because 100% the dog isn't going, they comes with a dropper. We've got a dog version and a cat version. The dog version tastes like bacon. It's got the essence of bacon in it. And then the cat version has essence of salmon. But if you've got a dog or cat, they're not going, oh, I got my little dropper of this oil today, so I'm going to have more energy today. I'm going to be, more responsive. I think I've got, I copied down a testimonial. Yeah, I did. This is actually from one of your listeners. I'll go ahead and read it if that's all right.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so it's on, you can go to Google. It's a 5-star review, so you can find it. It says, excellent customer service. Thank you, Joanna, for the very quick response. I always love to brag on our customer service. Fast shipping to Richard Serret led me to this product, and I'm excited to see how it will impact me personally. And then there's an update. I started giving C60 to my older dogs, by the way, that's ESS60, C60 Evo, to my older dogs. They're boxers, and the difference is profound, 2 exclamation marks. Their eyes appear less cloudy, they get up and go much quicker, and they are more playful, and they get excited like puppies again. Absolutely amazed. There's a lot of explanations in there. And again, there's no placebo effect with that. The dog doesn't go, oh, I got my dropper today, so I'm going to be more playful. I'm going to get excited like a puppy. I'm going to get up quicker. Like that, if they feel that way, that's just what they do.
There you go. It's true. Wonderful, wonderful testimonial from Joanne, one of my listeners. C60evo.com/Richard-Serret. And check it out. There's, we mentioned the youth. Sorry.
Renew. Yeah, no problem.
The new youth duo, Renew Duo. It's a mouthful for me.
It is. It is also for me.
The new Youth Renew Duo. And then, of course, we mentioned, it's good for not only your insides and your outsides. We've got the growing line of advanced facial serums. And again, just check it out. Try it for yourself. Try it for your pets. The August special, a few days left. Don't miss out on that, where you purchase 8 ounces of the inside out set. And you add the coupon code AUG, as in August 2022, AUG 2022. You get a 4-ounce bottle of C60 Evo organic olive oil added to your cart for only $57. And cannot use that on your subscriptions. However, think about subscriptions as well. That's a great way to save in a big way. Chris Burres, Chief Scientist, Co-founder at C60Evo.com. Chris, what am I missing? What else do we need to talk about?
Well, let's talk, because I'm kind of excited. So I got to be honest, wasn't excited about being a supplement guy. Wasn't that excited about having a face serum on the market. And then now I've got this Renew Duo. I got to admit, I'm a little excited about this. So what's interesting about this is my director of research came to me with this molecule and it was like, and it's not ESS60, it's a different molecule. And he's like, hey, Chris, you probably should look into this because it's a pretty amazing molecule. It's got about, and it's a peptide, and it's got about 30 years of peer-reviewed published research that support benefits in hair and skin. So it's hair and skin improvements. And so I started digging into the research and I'm like, this is amazing. But we have one problem. This molecule, and we call it UTH29, this UTH29 molecule is water soluble, and we want to figure out how to combine it with our ESS60, which is oil soluble. It's dissolved in oil. And typically how you would do that is you would use an emulsifier. I didn't like how emulsifier even sounds. Like that just doesn't sound like something that I want on my body, in my body, around my body. And so we opted for this Dew kit. And I'm going to show this for anyone paying attention. I got one device that squirts a lotion. It's a beautiful blue lotion onto my hand. And then I've got this dropper of our ESS60, and it's got damask rose. So it just smells amazing. You actually put 2 drops of that per squirt of our UTH29 lotion, and then you mix it and activate it in your hand. And that activation process gets the benefits of both of these molecules. So the ESS60 molecule and the UTH29 molecule. And that's just a way that we've been able to kind of keep some of the chemicals that are typically necessary in these types of products out of them to keep as much of a natural product as we can. And it also has the benefit, the activator is the oil-based. We don't have anybody who's either has oily skin or dry skin kind of complain about it being too oily or too dry, but you do have the capability to make adjustments on that by putting a little less oil on it if you wanted to. But this is the product that I use every day now.
There you go. That's the new Youth Renew Duo. There, I said it in one take. Youth Renew Duo. Now, just a word to the wise, Chris. I wouldn't offer that in the bacon flavored. Otherwise, you'll never get your dog off you.
I actually, just a little story for the advanced face serum. Before we had this Renew Duo set out, I had some mosquito bites on my legs, and I took the face serum and was like, well, let's see what this does, right? Like we just get so many good reports. My dog came over and started licking the face serum off of my leg. And I'm like, well, I asked my wife, so your other face serums, do you think our dog, she's a cute little mini schnauzer, think Molly would lick any of your other face serums or creams or lotions off of you? And she's like, no way. It's just a testament to how natural the product is.
There you go. All right. Again, C60Evo.com/Richard-Serret. Use the code EVRS and save 10% at checkout. So many great deals, so many great products. Check them out. Chris, thank you as always.
Thank you so much, Richard.